This video will focus on the post-treatment response in the BeFree software for users with an integrated topographer. If your instrument isn't linked through the CloudLink tool, see the post-fitting video for non-integrated topography users. This educational tool is designed to walk you through the simple steps of modifying and optimizing your BeFree outcomes to create the best possible patient response. The variety of responses to ortho-keratology can be fairly broad. Knowing what to modify when the lens undercorrects, or rides high, or produces staining can be a challenge, especially for the neophyte ortho-keratologist. The BeFree software was designed to simplify the entire process of analysis, lens modification, and processing. For users with integrated topographers, you are able to upload your maps, compare them to the gallery of outcomes, choose the appropriate response, and have the software make the complex changes in an efficient and accurate manner. Additionally, by uploading the topographies and findings, you will also make it possible for the precision and cardinal consultation team to assist with processing. Whether you modify the outcome in the BeFree software or share the findings with your consultant, the BeFree platform makes the lens optimization process trouble-free and easy. Let's review the first of two cases. Here we have an ideal Bullseye topographical response following BeFree lens wear. However, after more than a week of consecutive nights treatment, the patient is undercorrected. Let's review how simple it is to resolve this case. To begin the lens optimization process, let's first highlight the two post-treatment maps that we want to send to the BeFree software. Then we'll click on the cloud link to upload them to the BeFree. Once the link status window has confirmed a successful upload of the topographies, we can click the View Patient link to go directly to the patient file in the BeFree software. The cloud link has ported us directly into the patient file. Let's scroll down to record the outcome. Then we'll click the Record Outcome button. Now we're ready to respond with the overnight results. Let's click Set Overnight Map. For the BeFree software, to create a subtractive map, we need to tell the software which post-treatment topography that we're going to want to use. In this case, we've only uploaded one post-wear map. With that selected, we can click Use as Overnight. Let's scroll down to modify the results. Let's click Modify Result. Then we'll click Compare Maps to create the subtractive analysis in the BeFree software. Our comparison map display has been presented. On the left, we have the subtractive map analysis of our patient. We have the option to change the scale. We have the option to change the interpretation. And we can toggle through which map we want to look at. In this case, we have the subtractive difference map, but we could look at the overnight or the baseline if we needed to. Additionally, we can uncheck the color map opacity and assess the ring quality. The principal function of this analysis window is to compare the patient's result on the left to the gallery of possible outcomes on the right. This window is designed to assist you in determining the topographical outcome and how to respond to wear. For instance, does our patient response look most like a bullseye, a central island, a smiley face, a frowny face, or decentration? In this case, our patient's response looks most similar to the Bullseye. At this moment, we're comparing the axial power display for the patient's outcome compared to the gallery. We could select from the interpretation list the tangential power analysis, and both the patient response and the gallery will adjust accordingly. So you're always comparing the same analysis on both sides. In this case, both the tangential and the axial would suggest that we have a Bullseye topographical response. This is the map that most closely approximates our actual patient outcome. Therefore, let's click on Select Bullseye to confirm the topographical result. We've now confirmed for the software that our overnight result was a bullseye. We're now ready to enter the undercorrection that was present for this patient. Let's enter the additional effect that we require in the residual spherical RX input box. Now that we're done, let's click Save. If there was also a modification required for the left eye, we can click on the OS tab. In this case, we only need to modify the right eye, so let's scroll down to process this order. Let's click on Redesign Lens. Let's scroll down to see our newly modified lens. In the lens history, we can see our original lens, and just below, the lens modified to create the extra refractive change that we require. Let's select Review Order to process the right eye. Before processing, if we want to add any lab instructions, we can click Edit. Otherwise, if we're ready to order, let's scroll down and process. We have the option to select Request Consultation if we need any assistance. Otherwise, if you want this order to go directly to customer service for immediate processing, select Submit. The order has now been placed with Precision and Cardinal. You'll receive email confirmation, and you can await the arrival of your new Be-Free custom lens for the patient. The Bullseye topographical response is the goal of orthokeratology treatment. But there are a number of other possible outcomes following orthokeratology lens wear. The central island shows apical steepening and is caused by excessive clearance and often a tight periphery. The smiley face is a loose lens that rides high and requires a tighter alignment zone. And finally, the frowny face is a low-riding lens that's too tight in the alignment zone. Let's review how easy it is to resolve these responses in the Be-Free software. In our second case, we see an effect that appears to be displaced high on this cornea. This usually results in acceptable AM vision, but a swift drop in effect towards the end of the day. Or the patient simply has poor vision from morning to night. Modification to the lens specifications could significantly improve the outcome. Let's review how the Be-Free software makes these complex parameter changes easy, with only a few clicks of the mouse. Let's begin by highlighting the maps that we want to send to the Be-Free platform. Then we'll click on the Cloud Link icon to upload them to the Be-Free site. Once the link status window has confirmed the successful upload, we can click on the View Patient link, which will take us directly into the patient file in the Be-Free platform. The Cloud link has taken us directly into the patient file. Let's scroll down. Then let's select Record Outcome. Let's scroll down to record the results. In order to perform a subtractive or comparison map analysis, let's click Set Overnight Map. The software needs to know which map will be used as the overnight or post-treatment response, In this case, we've only uploaded one post-wear map, which is visible. Let's click Use as Overnight. Again, let's scroll down to the Results section. Then we're ready to click Modify Result. Then let's select Compare Maps. With the comparison map window open, let's assess our actual outcome on the left to the gallery of outcomes on the right. Does this response look most similar to the Bullseye? Does it look more like a central island? Does it look more like smiley face? Does it look more like frowny face? Or decentration? In this case, we might be led to believe that this small area of steepening could be indicative of a central island response. However, as you can see from the gallery, central islands are showing an inferior displacement to both the blue treatment area as well as that central focal island. In this case, we see a blue treatment area that's decentered high and not low. This outcome appears closer to the smiley face than the central island. This hotspot is most likely topographical artifact. This can often result if there's any mild grade 1 SPK following wear. In this case, we certainly see a blue treatment zone displaced on the high side, which looks similar to our gallery of smiley face responses. We can also switch to the tangential map for an alternative analysis. The tangential map analysis is showing us a red ring that's decentered slightly on the high side, matching the gallery of outcomes that we see. When we assess our patient's response, does it appear closest to the mild, the moderate, or severe? We can switch back to the axial analysis for one more look. Again, the question is, do we have a mild smiley face, a moderate smiley face, or a severe? When in doubt, choose the moderate. This will always create a significant jump in parameters without making it too small or too large a step. The mild is used when you want the smallest change. The severe is used only when you need an extreme change. This is looking like a moderate response in both the axial and tangential topographies. Let's click the moderate button. Then let's click Select Smiley Face. We've now determined our overnight position is a smiley face. Its severity is moderate. Additionally, if there's any under or over correction to account for, we can enter it in the residual spherical RX box. Then we're ready to click Save. Let's scroll down to Process. We are not duplicating the previous or initial lens parameters. We want to redesign lens. If we have a left eye to process, we'll click on the OS tab and modify the outcome. Once we're done, let's scroll down. If we have instructions or questions for the lab, we can click the Edit button. Otherwise, we can simply click Review Order. The BeFree software has modified the lens parameters to account for our smiley face high riding outcome with a slight undercorrection. Let's process this order to the lab. If we desired consultant support, we could click Request Consultation, so this will go directly to their desk for review. Otherwise, if you'd like this to go immediately to customer service for processing, click Submit. The order has now been submitted to the Precision and Cardinal team. Your new custom bee-free lens will be manufactured by the lab and delivered to you as soon as possible. The CloudLink tool makes this process of lens modification simple, scientific in approach, and efficient. Begin your post-wear response by selecting the best post-treatment maps and uploading them to the bee-free software using the CloudLink. The bee-free post-wear response options are primarily topographical in presentation. However, these same outcome descriptions and the associated modifications created by the software can also be used to resolve other findings. For instance, a lens that is bearing on the central cornea and creating persistent apical staining can be resolved with the smiley face response. Select mild for light touch, moderate for significant staining, or severe when the lens is heavily bearing. A patient that's uncomfortable due to excessive edge lift or a very loose, sloppy fit can also be resolved with the smiley face response. Again, choose mild, moderate, or severe based on the apparent magnitude of change required. Conversely, lens discomfort can be due to inadequate edge lift or a lens appearing low and tight in the periphery. This is resolved with the frowny face response. Again, choose mild, moderate, or severe based on the degree of change required. The frowny face response can also be used in cases of adherence or when a lens is hard to remove. Both may be caused by inadequate edge lift. Excessive apical clearance and persistent dimple veiling are resolved with the central island response, which reduces the vault and tear thickness under the lens. Based on the appearance, choose mild, moderate, or severe. The bee-free software makes the orthokeratology fit optimization process fast, efficient, and accurate whether you are an experienced or neophyte orthokeratologist. But if you have questions along the way, the Precision and Cardinal consultants are here to support you. Let us know if we can help. Thank you.